How many people were brought into the act of exploring space by these fantastic, iconic images? Excitement and joy to have successfully landed another rover on the surface of Mars. This rover is an epic effort. It represents 8 years of hundreds of engineers at the laboratory, thousands around the world, a total of over 4,000 human years of investment. When we do such investments, we do them for humanity, and we do them as a gesture of our humanity. When I think back on our human space exploration, I am brought to remember the images that bring us as humans into that process. The first of which is the iconic image of Buzz Aldrin taken by Neil Armstrong on the Sea of Tranquility on July 20th of 1969. We were there with Buzz on the moon in that image. The next is Saturn, seen from Voyager 1 spacecraft, looking back at the planet after the first encounter. As a youth, this image brought to life the experience of space exploration. Another one from the 90s, the beautiful Pillars of Creation, taken by the Hubble Space Telescope, the image released April 1st of 1995.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
How many people were brought into the act of exploring space
and their spirits, assuming many different forms, are defiling mankind and shall lead them astray into sacrificing to demons as gods?
In our efforts to engineer spacecraft and explore our solar system.
And there I saw 7 stars of the heaven bound together in it, like great mountains, and burning with fire. Then I said, For what sin are they bound? And on what account have they been cast in hither? Then said Uriel, one of the holy angels, who was with me and was chief over them, and said, Enoch, why dost thou ask, and why art thou eager for the truth? These are the number of the stars of heaven, which have transgressed the commandment of the Lord, and are bound here till 10,000 years, the time entailed by their sins are consummated. And he said unto me, This place is the prison of the angels, and here they will be imprisoned forever.
That we might be able to someday contribute yet another iconic image to this collection. And I'm happy to say that I'm hopeful that today we can with this. This is an image of the rover Perseverance slung beneath the descent stage, its propulsion backpack, as it is being lowered to the surface of Mars. You can see the dust kicked up by the rover's engines. We're probably about 2 meters or so above the surface of Mars. We're still checking the timing of this image. It's just hot off the presses. You can see the mechanical bridles that hold the rover underneath the descent stage. It has 3 straight lines heading down to the top deck. And then the curly electrical umbilical that is taking all of the electrical signals from the descent stage down to the computer inside the belly of the rover. In fact, the ones and zeros that represent this image will travel down that umbilical before it is cut and the rover is left safe on the surface of Mars.
We were just kind of like on cloud nine, and all of us were just saying we were kind of in this weird dream-like state where like we can't actually believe that this is what we're seeing, like the reality of it. I mean, it was just unbelievable. And kudos to our imaging science, Justin Mackey, for getting these images up into the MSA for all of us to just like gaze in awe at.
And I can't believe that I'm now seeing the rover on its way to the surface of Mars. And the science team, Pauline wasn't kidding. As soon as we got that color image from the surface of Mars, our chats just lit up with the science team saying, look over here and look over here. And that's exactly what we were hoping for. And we can't believe that we're really doing science now on the surface of Mars.
Hello, and congratulations on those pictures. My question's for Adam. I don't know how you got through your intro to that rover landing picture there so calmly, because it's epic. Certainly gave me chills. So many people kind of just carried on with their lives yesterday, unaware of what was going on Mars. And I wonder, how do you explain to people the sheer significance and awesomeness of that picture and this landing, and what you're going to be getting up to on Mars? Thank you.
Well, thank you for the question. You know, I mentioned earlier that these things are hard. There's no doubt about that. It takes hundreds, thousands of people, years of effort. And insofar as it is that difficult, it represents a huge human lift to make this happen. So that image and the details therein really pull us humans here on Earth into the result of all of that hard work. You are brought into the surface of Mars. You're sitting there 7 meters off the surface of the rover, looking down. I mean, I don't know if you can see this. I can. The plumes are hitting the surface of Mars, kicking up little wisps of dust. You can see on the upper right of the upper left of the image and the lower right of the image, you can see these little dust plumes in that on the surface of Mars, kicked up by our engines. So it's exhilarating. It is absolutely exhilarating, and it is evocative of those other images from our experience as human beings moving out into our solar system. Those images that bring us into the process of our exploration. And I'm so happy that we can contribute another to that collection. The beautiful pillars of creation as human beings moving out into our solar system. Creation. How many people were brought into the act of exploring space by these fantastic, iconic images on our human space exploration?
All of us were just saying we were kind of in this weird dream-like state where like we can't actually believe. It was just unbelievable.
Can't believe that, and we can't believe that we're really doing science now on the surface of Mars.
Unbelievable, 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 unbelievable.
Some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. Save, Lord. Let the King hear us when we call.